Now, it does sound like good news all around, and I think you're very optimistic about this research, but are there areas that we need to focus on as people living in Cape Town and working in the CBD? What do we need to be doing to be that much better when it comes to 2015's report?
2 words: stop driving.
Gina, you are the second person who has sat in that very chair today and told me the same thing. We actually spoke to Brett Heron, who's on the mayoral committee for transport,
Yes.
and if his entire interview could be summed up in 2 words, it was stop driving.
We need to get out of our cars, and a part of the research that's included in this report is a project I did with the Cape Town Partnership called the Low Carbon Central City Strategy, and it looked at carbon emissions within a specific year's time, but then produced those results in forms of infographics and strategies for the future. And the one thing that really stands out is the fact that we're driving too much as a city, particularly for people who live and work in close proximity, drive short trips still. And as a non-car driver, I have to say I don't understand why, because this is an urban environment where people can easily walk around and enjoyably walk around. We've got beautiful green spaces, wonderful pedestrian thoroughfares, and really great and unique cultural amenities that make walking around the CBD fantastic. An increasing number of cycle paths and a hopefully growing tolerance of motorists for cyclists, and public transportation facilities that really are expanding at such a rate to where moving around without a car is becoming much more viable. Not only is it good for the environment to get out of the car, but it helps people explore the city in a better way. It also helps more people walk around stores, which for economic growth is fantastic. Studies from New York City all the way through to London and other parts of Europe show that the more people walk, the higher returns are on various retail outlets. And historically speaking, retailers in New York hated the idea of making bike lanes and pedestrian prioritized spaces in front of their stores, but as those caught on, they said, please, we want more of them, because actually they watched their profits rise. So I think in terms of looking at economic growth, environmental health, and the health of the overall city, we've got to really get out of our cars. And the residential survey that's in this report, again, shows that although people are starting to take more public transportation and walk around a little bit more year on year, we're still seeing a high reliance upon people who are taking their cars for short trips. In looking at Cape Town CBD, we don't really need to do that. So it's just about shifting behaviors and getting people out of this mindset that they must drive, and helping people really be a part of activating the streets and public spaces by simply walking from one appointment to the other, or from walking from work to home.
Now, I want you to tell us about this report. Obviously, you and I have had a fantastic conversation about it. Is it available for people in Cape Town to read? Is it available for companies who are interested to access? How do you get the information that we've spoken about today in the form of this report?
Absolutely. The report is in final stages of printing, but it is available online for download on our website, which is capetownccid.org. And it's a PDF form, so it's actually quite accessible, and it's got a lot of infographics, and we've made it specifically targeted to where people can pull out small bits of data at a time. So it's not a lengthy, word-heavy report that you have to trudge through, but it's a really exciting thing that you can look at a couple pages and really find out much more about the local economy here, and really get to know Cape Town from a different level through a 30-second soundbite, so to speak, on transportation. Or if you want to look at what what businesses are saying about the CBD's economy, you can find that as well in quick and easily digestible bits of information.
Andrew, how can we interact with the CCID or Cape Town Partnership, or even you on social media? To the viewer who wants to get in touch, who has an opinion to tweet or a question to ask, how can we do that?
Absolutely, and the CCID is quickly expanding its social media, which is really exciting to see. So we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, but all of these details are available on the website as well. And of course, if anybody ever wants to get in touch with the CCID, we've got not only our office line available, but you can email any one of us at the department, and you can contact us. My Twitter is @AndrewSFleming, so you can find me there. But we've got lots of Twitter availability as well, and again, all of that information is on the website, but we really like to engage with people about their experiences, whether good or bad, of living, working, and moving through Cape Town CBD.
Well, we'll link to that website in the text below this video, and we certainly wish you the best of luck, because I'm sure you're going straight into compiling the next report.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us
today. Thanks very
today.
much.